it will be me from different angle like this.
Just like completely change your up for no reason. Okay, everybody, hi, hello. I'm here today joined by Navi, HappyZerg. And unfortunately, as we discussed prior to the interview, I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm going to be referring to him as Slavik, but if you'd like to tell everyone your real name, sir?
Vlasyuk Svetoslav. But
Yeah.
you should try to spell it as well. At
Yeah.
least you need to try.
See, I speak English as my primary language, and I barely speak English. There's no way I'm speaking another language, is what this comes down to. Alright, well, you guys can find a lot of information about this guy. I'll be making sure to put everything in the description down below, but if you'd like to shout out, let people know your Twitter, your Twitch channel, all that stuff before we get going.
My Twitter is... What is my Twitter?
Off to a great start.
Yeah, at Navi HappyZerg. Yeah, my Twitch channel is just HappyZerg.
Alright, cool. I'll make sure to put all that stuff in the description down below. And of course, I am at Riff_Kings. You guys can see our Twitters down below here as well. So, you guys, if you like, I really like Slavik. He's a funny guy. You guys should absolutely check him out when he streams. Yeah. And I'll say real quick before we get into this, every time I go to your stream, every time I stop in and watch, first off, it's a good level of Zerg play, there's no question about that, but this guy plays like crazy club music. I feel like I need to be taking ecstasy watching him play Zerg just to appreciate it. Alright, well let's jump into the lightning round here. I'm going to ask him 10 questions really quickly. He's going to answer as quick as you can, so don't take a lot of time to think, you're just going to answer. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, are you ready?
Yes!
Alright. StarCraft 2, do you prefer playing or watching?
Playing.
Vodka or rum?
Shit. Whiskey.
You prefer playing StarCraft with pants or no pants?
Oh, pants.
Classy guy. Stay in or go out?
Stay in.
Super strength or super speed?
Speed.
NASL or MLG?
MLG.
Whiterot or Damaga?
Damaga.
Fair enough. Do you prefer the snow or the rain?
Snow.
Who's the better bad guy? Dexter or Joffrey?
Dexter's good guy, so Joffrey.
Well, technically, quote unquote. He kills people. He's the bad guy.
He's good guy. He kills bad people.
Fair enough. Alright. Poor bad question, my mistake. And lastly, alright, would you rather fight a bear or Vladimir Putin?
Beer.
Good answer. Alright, that's the lightning round. Thank you very much for playing here, HappyZerg. Slavik, please.
Yeah.
Name I can't pronounce.
Yeah. But Slavik is okay. At least it's short and easy to pronounce.
Well, I'm actually going to use that to segue here. Guys, first off, I'm going to talk to him a little bit about branding here in a second, but the biggest thing is, I think you've had the most name changes out of a lot of players that I know. Because when I started casting StarCraft 2, you were FXO Slavik. Then you were FXO HappyZerg. Then you were FXO HappyZergling, and then now you're Navi HappyZerg. And you've had a lot of changes. Has this... do you feel this has hurt you in any way, having to constantly change your name? Like, do you find it's hard for people to find out who you are? Or has that not been a burden to you at all?
Yeah, I wish I didn't change at all. And the problem is, I was initially in Brood War, I was HappyZergling. But there are teams and clans, yeah. And when I joined the clan, I figured out that I can't make clan tag with HappyZergling. That's too many letters, so I made it HappyZerg. And that was my main ID in Brood War. And I used to be in teams with only 3 or 4 letters in team tag, so that was okay for me. And well, then I joined Navi, and there were too many letters. So I was like, HappyZerg looks bad. Oh damn! I didn't know what to do, so I just decided to Navi Slavik because to change it to Navi Slavik because so many people on Russian stream are calling me Slavik because this is my name and this is how people call me in everyday life. So I thought that it's a good idea, but in fact it wasn't, because even like after almost a year of being like Navi Slavik, people still like didn't really know. And then I was FXO Slavik, and some people, oh, so you are the HappyZerg? Oh man, I didn't know, something like that. So I decided it's better to change back. And also what I hated most is that like you change your main ID, but you keep being no you keep being mentioned by like something else. So my ID Slavik, I'm called HappyZerg, or my ID is HappyZerg. I'm called Slavik, and right now I just decided to go back to the origin. So right now I am Navi HappyZerg, and so that's why I'm on Team Liquid HappyZergling. Well, HappyZerg was busy,
I
so
gotta
I
tell
was
you,
like,
you and Slivko are the most notorious for ruining our UI that we use for StarCraft 2 because neither of your names fit. Everyone else's names, not a problem, but you and Slivko specifically have like the longest names I've ever seen in StarCraft.
well, yeah. Well, there is a like big difference for Russian-speaking community. We know that this is absolutely different, but like English-speaking guys don't understand the difference. They're like, "Are you Slivko?" or someone calls Slivko the same thing. So
Who cares about
yeah.
us English guys, right? It's all about Europe, anyways. The WCS EU productions, man, let's talk about that. How much better has WCS been from a viewing standpoint? I mean, like, the European division, so far above the rest, I feel. Like, NA and Korea were alright, but EU has been amazing. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, that's true. I even posted on Twitter, and some people got butthurt about my posting. But I think that this is true. Well, I think that Europe has been like the best WCS because first of all, the studio is very good. It's not very big. It's not that like official. It looks like home story cup. It looks like party, but at the same time, it's very official tournament. So it's like both mixed with interesting like interviews with so many features, highlights, live interviews. So yeah, that was a great experience. And about Korea, well, Korea has always been like the same and has always been on top of the things. They are very good at organizing things, but their just system is different because people like come to the studio for every match, and they don't need to play like round of 8 and round of 4 and finals in a row. They just like can come any other day and that will be okay. So it's like a little bit stretched. And about North America, I think the quality was good, but it wasn't like it was like without a soul. So we don't feel this atmosphere. We don't feel these emotions. I got zero emotions. Like I watched Shoutcraft America and I watched WCS America, and I didn't feel the difference. Only that the players made
Yeah,
the difference.
it was just another tournament. It was well ran. There's no questions about that. There's some bumps along the way, but yeah, you watch it and it's just another tournament. And that was for me as a viewer, all right, but it wasn't anything amazing.
Yeah, for me too. Same, unfortunately. But maybe they'll change something else. But no one says that quality was bad. It wasn't
Oh,
just not
yeah.
as good as. But quality overall is great. All the casting, like all these videos, and I like very much this video of what is it, New York?
Oh, it shows like the city and stuff to like during.
City, yeah,
Yeah.
city. I don't know what's this city, but it's really nice because you can sit and uh, personally I can watch such like videos for a long time. It's always like something amazing and thrilling. So that's why like these commercial breaks are not a nightmare comparing to Korean like 15 minutes. This is why mostly lots of pro players they don't really watch TSL. They prefer watching videos because you just like screw up the schedule. You just sit there for like 5 hours, but the games are like 1 hour or 2 hour. Yeah.
Let's talk about time zones for a second for you. You're a European player, so obviously most European events are not a problem for you. And I don't know, being Canadian myself, how hard is it for you to actually stay up or wake up early to see like a GSL live versus watching the VODs of it?
GSO is 1 p.m. mostly. 1 p.m. and earlier call day was like 8 a.m. So it's not a big deal. It's like you wake up and there is GSL and you like, well, some people wake up at different times, but mostly like people don't have such a good schedule. That's why they wake up at some random times. So they're like, you wake up and there is GSL, and you we are having breakfast and watching GSL.
See, that's really lucky for you because a lot of us North American guys, GSL doesn't start till like 2 a.m. over here, and by then you're like already on the way to bed. You don't want to have to stay up for another 5 hours to watch all the matches get played. I mean, I still do it because I love watching it, but it's not. I
Yeah.
think, personally, I think that's part of. I think time zones really affect the play levels of like each region because I think it's pretty easy to say Korea's definitely number one, then Europe, then North America. And I really feel time zones affect that quite heavily. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, that's true. I was quite shocked to get to know that WCS season finals will be for me at 4 a.m. I was like, what the fuck?
Do you stay up late or do you wake up early? There's no good way to deal with that.
Yeah. So this is was like, what the hell? So a lot of Europeans will not be watching because of this, like 3 a.m. sucks. And I think that there are like so many viewers from Europe, so I don't know if it's a good idea. Maybe like the finals will be at a good time, but yeah, this sucks. Well, yeah, time zones is like difficult thing.
All right, you've been around on a couple teams, but really it's been the same team. I know you have. I know you started StarCraft 2 in Navi, then you went to FXO, and then to Navi again. Let's hear the quick history, I guess, of Slavik and the teams you've been on.
Alright, yeah. Well, I started playing at Brood War. I joined some guilds, but it was like clan guild. You can't call it a team. Uh, so I played in some guilds, and then I started like getting better and better. And once I did very well at WCG of Ukraine, I got fifth place, and I won some Rockskis members. And I was invited to Rock's team. It was like old school in Brood War, and I played there for like for a year, and then StarCraft 2 came out. I because of my studies and military department, I couldn't practice like as much like StarCraft, and well, actually, I got quite good in Brood War, so I was playing 50-50, a little bit of Brood War, a little bit of StarCraft 2. Yeah, but then I decided to change the team. I was invited to the team thermal take, and I was invited only by my uh, ladder results. By the way, very good advice for amateur players. Just get higher on the ladder. When I play on Smurf, I get so many invitations to different teams. Really, this is funny, but like really, when I play on Smurf, like, hi, do you have a team? Are you looking for a team? We are inviting you to my team, and if you do good, we can talk about salary and other things. And you're like, not bad.
Well, that's cool. I don't think a lot of people know that. Like, I think a lot of people see the ladder and they're like, okay, I want to be high on the ladder, but who cares how high? But I think that's a pretty good incentive because when you look at the ladder, yeah, the top 16 names are going to stick out to you. And if one of those names doesn't have a team, I guess someone's definitely going to try and snatch that up.
Yeah, well, actually, I never thought good of ladder. I mean, I never tried to get as high as possible on ladder. I didn't really care. I knew that, that's ladder, nobody cares. Shit, I was so wrong. I should have played it more serious and so that I'm not throwing away the games and like playing this much better. Because even like right now, you understand that this is at least if you don't have any results and if you want to get, for example, sponsored, if you want to get support, or if you want to get invited to the team, this is someone to show. This is one of your achievements. If you don't win any tournaments, and right now there are, it's very hard to win tournament for just like some amateur player. So this is something to be proud of. You just show that I'm top like 50 of European ladder, for example, or like I'm in top 100 of Grandmaster, or you just say I am Grandmaster. I am in the bottom, but I am Grandmaster. And people start respecting you just for being Grandmaster, because being like grandmaster in the world is less than 1%. It's like not only a few, only like 800 or 1000 players are in grandmaster of all players all over the world. So yeah, this is really good. advice for players to play ladder, because really that matters. And for example, I got my invitation to the team because of ladder, because I
Was that
played.
thermal take you're talking about still, or
Yes, yeah, yeah. So let's
so?
get back to that
Yeah,
thing.
okay, yeah. So we're at thermal take on the road. What's up next?
So I joined Thermotech. It was a very nice team. I got devices, and only once I got some land support of moving to another city in Ukraine to participate in tournament. But still, it was very good experience because it was like a serious team with team leader, team managers, community manager with its own website, with my teammates who were German, and right now I also get some contacts with them. And like at least we say like, "Hi, how are you? I'm fine, thanks." And yeah, so I had some experience. Oh, by the way, Blink was in Team Thermal Take. It
Wow.
was, yeah, it's such a funny thing. Like one guy said that try like play with him, he's good. And I played, I won, and I was like, well, yeah, he's good. And then and Orc as well.
Orc is also the old Dignitas crew is basically what that was.
Yeah,
Why
this
are
is
you not
like
on Dignitas then?
Um, well, I I just knew that there will be Ukrainian team, and Ukrainian team is. I thought that it's very easy, and I knew that it was Navi. I was waiting them for so long. Basically, this is why I joined Team Thermal Take, because they were managing this team appearance for such a long time. So I decided not to spend like to go somewhere to be supported by someone, not just like sit and wait, because nothing can happen and you'll be just waiting. Yeah, and then Team Navi appeared, and well, lots of people were um, upset by the lineup because the main objective was to get promising talents in the team, but not like White Radi, Maga, Cass, and Strelak, and others, because it was very hard to get everyone, and the salaries are very high. So so I was in Navi. I started playing like online cups, and I won quite some. I won a few online cups. I was doing great, and I was streaming as well. And then when I came to Korea for my team sent me as the best representative to Korea to practice for a month and to take part in GSL Cold Day qualifiers. So I played there. I lost to Parting 1-2 in second round. He wasn't known back then, but still it was very good experience. Right now when I know that like I lost to Parting, I feel much better about that. And also I lost 1-2, not 0-2. So I won a map of Parting, and
Slavik
not,
fighting.
yeah, not a lot of players can be proud of that. Of course, some people get destroyed, but I won a map. Quite happy. Um, yeah, and then I came back and I was finishing my studies. If I had the opportunity, if I didn't have my studies, I would have stayed in Korea like forever, actually, because like there were last 6 months of studies, and I just had to finish it to get the master's degree in international economic relations.
Smart guy.
Yeah. And well, then Team Navi disbanded because they didn't know about like their plans about 2012, and they were not like as happy with the results as they wanted to be. So they disbanded, and I got picked up by FX Open. I mean, it was Imba FX Open, but then it changed name to just like FX Open. It was Guild of Imbalance, and there were very good players, and also they needed a player to take part in clan wars and all this stuff. and they invited me, and well, it was it still is a very good experience because Team FX Open merged with Navi. So was so funny. I was so shocked that back back home.
Well, yeah.
Even
So
like
like, were there plans like when Navi originally disbanded? Were there plans to come back, and you knew like, okay, in 3 years Navi will be back, or was it just, oh hey, I remember you guys. What are you doing here?
well, I knew that they thought that maybe they will come back and hot the swarm. I mean, with StarCraft 2 roster. But I was just playing and I had no idea that this is gonna happen. Like absolutely no idea. I didn't know. And then we were told like manager said, "Hey guys, we are merging with Navi." We're like, "What the hell? How is this even possible?" And it was very funny that I am back to like my teammate. So that is why I'm like, as we can see, I'm sticking to one team. I'm not like a team whore that goes like every month new team. I am even such a cool guy that I managed to merge my like previous team and current team together, so they are one team.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was all you, man. Good job.
yeah, yeah.
The hero of Navi, guys. It's HappyZerg.
Yeah, if you want to do something like that, ask me for advice.
There's a lot of newer players to StarCraft 2. I mean, like, it's weird to consider, but we are the next, or sorry, not we, but rather you are like the next White Rock. Because a lot of these kids getting into StarCraft, like Hero Marine, for example, that guy's like 15 years old, and in the last like month, I've personally watched him win upwards of 1,400 euro. So there's a lot of new, younger blood coming into the scene, and you're one of the. You're not exactly White Rock. White Rock's the oldest guy in StarCraft 2. Everybody knows that. But we're getting that generation gap now where people like yourself are going to move on and be the sort of veteran players, and you've got all this young blood. Do you have advice, like through your experience from what you've been through it through Brood War, StarCraft 2, and now Heart of the Swarm? Do you have advice for these newer, younger players?
Hmm. Well, just make a goal for yourself, so that and ask yourself what you want to do, like in this life. I mean, what is your aim? What do you want to achieve? And make this goal and just keep going and never stop going, because the biggest mistake is when you like get this like demotivation. There are some times when your motivation is on peak and you're practicing like so many games, but then you lost like 10 times in a row and you're like, fuck this shit, I'm bad, this is not gonna work, and this is something like that. But this happens. So you just need to be strong, like mentally, and should have a strong spirit to keep doing everything. And if you will work hard, you will do it.
It sounds like a cheesy answer, but truer words couldn't be spoken. I can speak from experience in talking with a lot of different players. What Slavik has just said is about as true as it gets. It sounds cheesy, it sounds corny, but mentality and just sticking to it. I mean, those are the two ingredients to success when it comes to StarCraft 2.
Yeah, just when my motivation started like being better and better, I watched anime Bucky the Grappler. This is like so good, and well, the this is about martial arts. Well, I love martial arts, that's why I wanted to watch this. And but then there were a lot of like psychological moments, and it was about like some world championship of all the fighters in different styles. And there was like uh, all the and this there was a saying like all the men in the world want to be the strongest. Like there is always at least 1 minute of your life when you really want to be the strongest in the world, really, like everyone has dreamed about that. But some people give up. Some people give up after like meeting, after being punched at school, or being punched by the world champion in like in boxing, or just by like maybe some parents or something like that. but some people, they never give up, and they still want to be the strongest, and these are the guys, like those guys are here in this world championship. When I like watch this, of course this is like this is anime, and there's like so much like strange things, fantasy, but anyway, this like mental thing there, this made me look at the things from different angle. I like, yeah, it changed my life. Something like that. Well, it didn't change my life. I knew all the things, and you already know all these things, but sometimes when it goes bad, you just like give up. You just think that it's not gonna work, but in fact it's not. You just need to stay cold in your mind so that you make all the right decisions, not being down by like emotions.
You recently wrote a blog post about your nerves and your mentality and things when you're playing StarCraft 2. And I think having witnessed there's not a lot of players I can say that I've cast and talked with over time and seen the same sort of issues result that you've managed to discuss in your blog, which I will link, by the way, guys, in the description of the video. Please check it out; it's a good read. But we'll talk a little bit about it here, where your nerves and your mentality. I don't think a lot of players consider just how big of a role these play. It's like if you play 50 games but you've got a really bad mood, like you're not going to improve unless you improve your mood first. Um, I guess you'd probably be the best person to discuss this. I'll let you talk, not me. It's
um, well, there are so many details in this. I just started making my survey, and I right now I watch all the games from a little bit different angle, and I wish I had this like understanding of the game like 2 years ago when I was like in 2000, and I was in 2011, and I was in Korea, and I came back home so that I could keep this momentum going, keep the hard work, don't get discouraged, demotivated. And well, there are like so many things, and I know exactly that there are like two things. There are practice, there is tournaments, there is online, and there is offline, and these are absolutely different things. Nothing goes as planned in the tournaments because you are always stressed, and always something bad happens. Because, for example, if you play one there are also just two kind of people, like emotional people and very like calm people who don't show their emotions, but their emotions are inside, or they are just not that emotional, they don't care as much as others. So for example, like I know Rox Fryer, and he's a very good example. He's like, he's practicing, and he lost. He's like, ah, and he starts new game. That's it. No, like no discouragement. He's like, oh shit, I lost. And he goes to the next game. But like me in Dimaga, I was known for crashing keyboards. I destroyed like 7 keyboards, like good keyboards, like Steelseries.
I'm not a ragey person. I'm kind of like, okay, I lost. That sucks. I'll get mad. Maybe I'll walk away. But I've never gone as far as destroying a keyboard. So like, would you just punch it? Would you throw it against the wall? Like, how would you break these keyboards?
Oh, there were. I started with breaking my mice. I was just like,
Slam it on the
"Ugh."
desk.
Yeah, slamming out of the desk and just like hurting them. But then I understood that mouse is the most important thing, and you can't really break that, because if you break that, you're fucked. That's why, like, all right, I need to do something else. Then I started. Well, it wasn't like my intention. All right, now I need to break mouse. Let's do this. No, I don't need to break mouse. I need to break my headphones. That was something like from inside of me. I was just raging so hard, and but there were some smart things. I knew that, alright, you can't hit the mouse. Alright, and then I started like doing like this. So I just put off my headphones and I threw them into the keyboard. And once my left headphone stopped working, and I was like, damn, this is even worse than mouse.
Yeah, destroying
And
hardware. That's gotta piss your
yeah,
sponsors off too.
Well, yeah, and then I started like hitting keyboards because like at first you hit it, you check, still works, all right. And this mechanical keyboards they are always um, it's like fireworks. If you but never try this at home. Never do this. Never try this.
Put like a warning label on the video now, like kids, don't
Yeah,
try
yeah.
this at home.
This was only done by professionals like me. So when you hit this, there is like a fireworks. So the keyboards are like everywhere, and I lost a few keyboards at my own home. I couldn't find. And always like on streams I was like I lost, I was raged, and I hit my keyboard, and then people hear something like fuck, where is my fucking 8, where is fucking 8? Yeah, because it's very hard to find some buttons, so I stopped doing that. But when I got really rage, I remember I was just I was holding the mouse cord, and then I hit the keyboard
Oh
with my
no.
mouse. That was like ultimate.
So two
Then I,
birds with one stone, basically. You're breaking all of the equipment.
yeah, but that's not good stuff. So I just, no, I didn't really say some bad words to my opponents. Like the most horrible thing I could say is gay for playing like two proxy gates or cannon rushing.
There's a
I will,
lot of people who would use stronger language for getting two gated.
yeah. Well, in Russia, actually, you have so many expressions, so many words to express yourself. Yeah. But in English, there are not as many bad words as in Russian, so that's why you know only like three words, and you are just like spamming them.
Well, it's because in
But well,
English, the word fuck pretty much covers everything. Like, fuck you, fuck
yeah.
me, fuck everything.
Fuck everything, yeah, that's right. But in Russia, there are so many words, and so many words mean like so many stuff. Like also, we have we have the same word like fuck, but there are a lot of words like this,
Ah,
and
Russian
and
sounds like a good language.
you can change it. You can make a lot of combinations, and yeah, you'll never get bored by saying bad words.
I like it, I like it. Okay, so I mean, like on one side of the scale, you've got rage. There's mad, there's angry, but I don't always think that's a bad thing because rage definitely means you're passionate enough about what you're doing to care enough to start breaking things. You know that you made mistakes, you need to improve. Do you think that? I mean, like obviously, you don't want to get to the point where you're breaking equipment. I think that's bad for everybody. But I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. What about? I mean, you, as you said, you're emotional. How do you think your passion plays into your play style?
The most important thing is to control your emotions so that they don't overwhelm you.
Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
This is the most important thing because of course like overall it's good. You want to like as a viewer, as just an esports fan, you want to see someone being passionate about esports, to see emotion, to see some life. You don't want someone to say I'm here because of money, so I came here to get money and then I retire, something like that. You don't really want to see this kind of mentality. You want to see like that this is something important and you're like for the win, yeah. And you want to see like very good emotions, but it's very good for like the viewers and maybe for like just people like overall. But for a player personally, these emotions they just ruin everything because you need to play with clear mind, like ninja, cold-blooded.
I like that. I never really considered a StarCraft player a ninja before, but okay.
Well, yeah, like some, like really fighter. You have a goal and you just achieve it. Like really cold-blooded ninja. You just like you look at something, you make your judgment, and you're like, all right, I'm doing this, doing that, and this is how you should play. But the horrible thing is that, of course, when I win, I get maybe more emotions that, and I'm more happy than people who are not as emotional as me. Maybe I'm not sure, but maybe that's true. At least it looks like this. Because when people always keep telling me when I lose someone good on ladder, or when I just won a very hard game or something else. So they said like you you're so happy as if you won DreamHack or as if you won GSL right now. But this was just a ladder game. So it looks like I'm like so happy, and well, that's true. But at the same time you're getting mad, and at the moment of the game, during the game, you get these emotions. It's not like, all right, I'm playing, no emotions, and after win or loss you're emotional. No, it's very hard to achieve that. You're emotional during the game, and this is overwhelming, and this is the problem for a lot of players. I notice exactly. Maybe it's not highlighted, this thing, this psychological thing. uh, well, I didn't see a lot of like articles, some blogs about that, but that's really true, and people try to cope with that, or they don't do anything. Because at the moment of the game, you're like, oh shit, I'm winning, and you feel this like happiness, this overwhelming emotions, and um, this makes you, I need to attack, I need to finish him, but you don't really have to attack. And when you're just under your emotions, it's like, I don't know, it's like some people are in affect and they kill other people. Yeah.
This is where we
Bec-
like slide in that Dexter reference from earlier.
yeah, well, Dexter is cold-minded. He's always like, all right, I want to kill him, I need to do this, that, so there
But I
is.
love Deb.
Well, yeah, he loves the blood, and he loves killing. He gets very positive emotions about killing, but he has a plan, and he sticks to this plan, and he knows exactly what to do. So this is what I am aiming for, to be like Dexter. So that I want to win a tournament, I need to be calm, I need to do everything perfectly, and then I will be happy. Yeah, but this is very hard to achieve, because sometimes you get mad at the moment of the game. You make one small mistake, like you forgot to make an overlord. Well, shit happens sometimes, and you're like, shit, I forgot an overlord, and then he attacks you, and you are playing against a player you never lose, and he is winning, and you are mad at yourself that you are losing to this player. And that is why you start thinking not about the game, not decision making about the game, like I should go there, I should make drop, I should make like one more base or something like that. No, you don't. You feel like, damn, why am I so bad, I'm losing to him, or like some people just get mad, and that's why you see like so many epic quotes by players like Naniwa or Idra. Because they have the same problems with emotions, with psychology, and they can't really cope with that.
Well, let me ask you this: when I'm casting a game, when you hear other people casting a game, often you hear be like, "Oh, he's down one in the series," and sometimes it's just small talk to fill the gaps. I mean, it really is not important. But do you feel like really when you're down one in a series that can affect your mindset? Going off of what you just said.
Personally, for me, yes. I'm trying to cope with that, and I'm like doing lots of work to cope with that, so that it doesn't affect me at all. So that I'm just like, I don't care. And for me, even at I like in 2011, when I was a student, and StarCraft 2 was just fun, so I came back home tired, and I just wanted to practice. I got emotions, but I didn't really like care and think of, oh damn, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna lose. I didn't really care. I was just like playing, and that's why I performed much better than like last year, because last year it was something serious, right, for gaming full time, and you're playing, and when you feel that you are winning, you're like, oh man, I can win this, and you start imagining this like winning. And in best of like 3, 5, 7 series, it can affect you like really hard because you get this tilt mode. But actually, you need to play every game like leader games, so that you play 100% this one game, and you don't really care if it's first game or seventh game. You just like you play this game, and you shouldn't think about this stuff. But of course, a lot of people do think about this stuff, and that's why you see some upsets of like a better player losing to worse player because of these things. For example, like when you're winning first series, sometimes it can make you even better and more confident. You're playing against some good Korean, you won first game, and you're like, damn, I won the first game, so he is beatable. And you become more confident and you play second game even more confident. Or you start relaxing, damn, I'm better than him. And second game you don't play like as if your life is on the line and you start losing. For example, in WCS finals, like Soki made a comeback. Like mostly people would just give up after being 0-0 against innovation. You just feel like he's destroying you. And this is why you need someone else to support you sometimes. For example, we saw that coaches and other players came to the booth to Soki and they were discussing something, and I think that was just a support. Yeah, I don't know what they were saying. Really, I wish I knew. It would help me a lot.
Because he's gonna do this next game. I already looked. Just like the secrets. Like
Yeah.
we all think it's support, but he's really telling him like build orders and things.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there was a show match of Dimaga against Bistikut. I lost to Bistikut 1-4, but all games were so damn equal, like 40 minutes, 50 minutes games, and it could be 4-0, it could be 0-4, but well, it ended up like 1-4 score. I lost, and next week or something like that, Dimaga was playing against him, and Dimaga was at my place.
Yeah, I remember that. You guys share your cameras and stuff.
Yeah. And we were streaming this. This was like a fun intention, but well, we were playing and we were playing it together because it was just a show match. It's not a tournament because at tournaments, when we are together, we are not like bothering each other, but it was like show match, and that's why we discussed. And he is very emotional player, just as me, and he's also like good at breaking keyboards and shouting and being mad. Of course, it's much less right now, but anyway, it's inside of him this like anger. And when we were playing and he started like doing some strange things. I was told you, what are you doing? You're ahead, or actually, it's quite good. Because, for example, when you're pushing, you're making aggressive attack, and you don't do like as much damage as you wanted. You want to kill him, and you think, oh shit, I fucked up. Oh, this is like not gonna work. But in fact, you did some damage, and you need to just calculate to make judgments. All right, I killed like 10 SCVs. All right, so right now my chance is to do this and this and that. And when we played together, also Dimaga 4 0'd him, and there were some very difficult situations, but he ended up winning. But actually, a few times in these games, he kinda gave up. He was like, "Ah, fuck this shit, I just lost." I was like, "What the fuck? Come on, keep doing."
Yeah,
Because
just well,
sometimes it happens that you're losing the game and you're like, oh fuck, I can't win. And you're like so discouraged and you're not doing everything. But then you started making comeback and you think, why did I like give up? Like for this minute, I didn't keep doing.
all right. Well, thank you very much, Slavik, for taking the time to talk with me here today. We'll close this out with some shoutouts. You know, your team or your Twitter, or whatever you need to do. Once again, I'll leave it to you.
Uh, yeah, of course. Uh, Thanks for interviewing me.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks to everyone who supports me, who likes watching my stream. If you want to support me, please follow me on Twitch, on Twitter. I'm also uploading some of the most interesting games to my YouTube channel. You can with that. So thanks to everyone supporting me. Thanks to my parents, my girlfriend, and my team, and its main sponsors. And I'm gonna list some sponsors like Alienware, Steelseries, Kingston, fucking Pro, and FX Open. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like
So
not everyone's used to like the EG thing where they've got all their sponsors memorized and they just like pound those out. Everyone needs to get used to doing that, I guess. But yeah, if you guys, I'll of course have all the information to all of these links and of course the wonderful sponsor links and all that good stuff in the description down below. So again, thank you very much, and I hope you have a great turnout with the rest of Heart of the Swarm, I guess.
yeah, thank you.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Bye. Awkward, yeah.
Yeah.